In our season finale, we were really excited to jump a couple years ahead in time with Darby. And I think for Bridget and I talking in the writer's room, we always were like, what is going to end this story? You know, what out of all of these people is going to make it so that Darby and someone stay together?
You know, I probably thought I was going to be the sad old loner in there tonight.
Oh, yeah?
And I wasn't, so thank you.
No, you still got sad loner vibes.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Do you know, I've never been punked this hard before, and I kind of like it.
It was really fun to create this character, Grant, who has gone through his own, you know, journey and his own sort of drama and situations and failed relationships, and that they kind of can, you know, have this fun rapport with each other.
So what's your situation?
If I'm honest, I think she just probably didn't want to be with someone who could blow a week's rent on betting on the Champions League.
Those are red flags. Those are giant red flags. That was so many red flags.
If you think about it, if everyone had to be perfect before they fell in love, the human race would die out.
I mean, you're not wrong.
When we meet somebody that we think, ooh, something might happen, we kind of get in our own way and we self-sabotage. And there was something so great about the idea that she's like, okay, I have this one night and I'm just gonna have fun. And that's really when you are your best self. Is one of the frustrating truths of life.
You can't fake it.
Yes.
You can't fake it. But that's where the story of the baby came in.
Yeah.
And, you know, I had a kid a few years ago, and I sort of just channeled all of that because I remember just feeling like, I don't care anymore.
Yeah.
And so I actually just had to be in the moment. It was just like a very utilitarian kind of way of being.
I mean, speaking of parenthood, I do have to go back to my room and pump.
Cool.
I mean, you into that? Oh, thank God you made a move. It was going to be so awkward if I actually had to go through with the whole pumping bit.
Yeah, I was never going to let that happen.
And Darby finally kind of knows herself and knows what's important to her, and you become a really magnetic person.
That's right.
When you're no longer the person going, are you my mother? Are you going to fix me?
That's right.
And it's kind of it's a fantastic message to put out. I mean, that's how I did go through terrible breakups and stuff, and I remember just going like, forget it, I'm going to be bachelor, that's it, I don't care anymore. And then the very next day I met my wife.
Yeah.
Because of
but
that
at
thing.
the same time, not doing that thing of, well, when you go to enough therapy and become the perfectly realized version of yourself, then you'll find love. That like we're always a work in progress.
Yes, we were always trying to subvert the thing of, oh, is this just about a young woman that's desperate for a man and desperate for love or whatever? And for us, it was just always about the base levels of like human connection. And so I think being able to say, okay, you know, we're going to show that she does meet the person that she ends up spending the rest of her life with, but she will have gotten married and divorced, had a kid with someone that she wasn't married to, and all of these things that happen to people that you don't see in a romantic comedy normally because it would just
It's not
be
perfectly
like,
linear.
And I think that's what's so fun about television is when you write a movie, you write the movie, and that's the movie. To lean into all these different aspects of her life that if we had just written the thing in a vacuum and then gone to make it, we never would have been able to do. And that, I think, just made it so much better.